So Verhulst and TSM just proved that they're way better off without Hal. Here's why. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Apex Morning Shift, your number one Apex Morning Show on the planet. That is a fact. This past week has been one of the most entertaining ones, from drama between Verhulst and Hal to Pro League Day 3 on Sunday. Let's get right into it. We only had one day of ALGS this weekend, which was on Sunday, Group B versus C, which means no super teams since SSG and Falcons are in Group A. And let me say, it looks like we have another super team, TSM, taking first place on the day. Oh my goodness. Furia second place with 38 kills, which is the most kills in the whole lobby, led by Madness with 17 kills. MNK IGL, they played so well together. They were so in sync, beautiful to watch. When this team has momentum, there's very little teams that can stop them. They played from Skyhook on World's Edge, which is pretty bad. And they played from Barometer South on Stormpoint, which is an okay POI. They still managed to make it work. So their synergy was on point. Love to see it. Super happy for Furia. Complexity with third place. Glad to see this team do well. Fan favorites with Sweetheart Monsoon. It's a team that's very tough to hate. But what was impressive with this squad was Lou, who managed to pick up 20 kills on the day, which is an insane amount of kills for only 6 games. They played from Harvester on World's Edge and Wall on Stormpoint, so decently good POIs on both. And it looks like they took advantage of it, so congrats to them. SKD with 5th place. Solid performance. Still no org signing. Or so we thought. Raven is currently coaching SKD, which is Drop, Knocked, and Chewy, for those of you who didn't know. And I doubt that Raven would coach a team that doesn't have a salary. So, who are we going to see sign the boys? We're still waiting, sort of impatiently. I'm really excited to see which team's going to sign them. So, they played from Skyhook West on World's Edge, which is the best POI on World's Edge, no doubt. And then from Trident on Stormpoint, which is pretty meh, but they still made it work, finishing 5th overall. And then MPIRE Gaming, an org from Hawaii that recently picked up Ape Gang, which consists of Bursty, Wi-Fi, and Arcology. They finished 12th overall, which isn't the greatest, but they're climbing up slowly but surely. It's definitely a team full of potential. They picked up a win in Game 4 on Stormpoint, where they played from Lightning Rod, which makes sense since Lightning Rod is one of the best POIs on Stormpoint. And then Mod on World's Edge, which is also a very good POI. So congrats to Empire. Definitely looking forward to seeing more of you guys. And then we have DSG and Moist at the bottom. All right. Pause the video. At the time that I was recording this episode, I had no idea that Timmy was going to announce that he was leaving DSG to join Moist. What a coincidence. Both teams did not perform well, and Timmy decides to leave DSG for 20th place Moist. Now, according to Coach Bronzy, Timmy's move to Moist had nothing to do with their performance. There's no confirmation yet of what the reason is behind Timmy's move, but all we know is DSG is now looking for one, and Timmy's replacing MT on Moist, who's now going to be moving to the coaching position. All right, back to the show. Moist had an overall awful day, couldn't get anything going. They played from Northpat on Stormpoint and from Thermal Station on World's Edge, which are pretty good POIs, so it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't reflect their performance very well. Surprising, really. But this just looked like an off day for them. I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to pick it back up. So let's completely erase this from our memories, because I doubt this will ever happen again. However, DSG finishing 18th for the second week in a row, their confidence just seems to be in the dumps. Thing is, Wraith worked last split, when it was Caustic, Bloodhound, and Bangalore meta. Designful is the one who's on Wraith and uses Wraith to portal to get angles in fights. But right now, with the huge variety of legend comps, there's too many counters to him getting angles with the portal. So my prediction is DSG will switch off Wraith next weekend. We'll just have to wait and see. But the story of the weekend is TSM finishing 1st overall, 2 wins on World's Edge, where they played from Climatizer East, which is a very strong POI, and on Stormpoint they played from Devastated Coast, which is not a good POI at all, but they still made it work, finishing 2nd, 20th, and 3rd place on those Stormpoint games. What's been interesting about TSM is their role distribution. Before this weekend, they tried Verhulst as IGL, they tried Reps as IGL, and now this weekend, they tried Zapdo as IGL. Look at that, they did so well. With Verhulst back on the Fragger role, Reps still at God Anchor, and Zapdo being such a good fighter, now on the IGL role, they seem to really have found their groove. In a post-game interview after receiving MVP from the official ALGS cast, he shared with us the main struggle that TSM has been going through and how they figured it out. So here it is.
What did you do specifically? Walk us through that progress, what changed, and what were the conversations that we weren't privy to this week that you guys had to have in order to get the result today?
I think the biggest thing was it was just a matter of the 3 of us learning how to IGL. We didn't know who was going to IGL at first. At first, I tried it, and then Reps tried it, and now Zap is the one IGLing. So all 3 of us have basically had to learn all the macro from the bottom up. Like, since we both come from teams that have had pretty good IGLs. We had Hal, Zap had Zach Mazer. They both basically took care of all the macro. We basically all 3 had to learn macro together, and we've all been learning it at the exact same time. So we all have the exact same exact same idea of how macro works. So it makes us have really good synergy, I think, because we've all had to learn macro basically as a team, all at the same time. And I think that's the biggest thing. We've just been learning macro. At the start, macro was just terrible. Our team fighting was actually really good at the start, last Pro League, but we just Like our macro was just so stupid. We'd like put ourselves in bad spots. We'd go and just get ourselves killed for free. But now it's like our team fighting is really good and our macro is really good. And now we're just trying to refine what we already have.
Super happy for the boys, and this performance comes off a difficult week emotionally for Verhulst. After claiming that his ex-coach Raven fell off, that created a reaction from Raven himself, saying that after year 3 champs, Evan stopped playing the game as much, and that's why he sort of backed up and fell off.
If players don't take initiative and don't show any passion and don't show any energy, what am I supposed to do as a coach? I'm not a head coach, so I can't threaten them with their position on the team. I can't be like, hey, if you don't pick it up, if you don't pick up the slack, you're off the team or you're benched. I can't do that because I don't have the control of the roster. And so I just kind of like got a little complacent because my energy wasn't being reciprocated.
Which led to Verhulst opening up to his chat, explaining why he hadn't been playing as much. Which was because Hal made the game very unfun for him, made it very difficult for him to grind and enjoy the game and stay passionate.
Playing with Hal some days was miserable, chat. It was miserable. Like, it actually sucked. It was hard. It was definitely hard. When we first picked up Raven, it helped things a lot. Raven basically helped calm Hal down when we first picked up Raven. But there came a point where he just stopped caring. Like, Raven was just like, he was basically making us more pissed off at the end of the day. It was just getting mad. Yeah, no, playing with Hal sucks. It does suck. Even though it does suck, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, we're playing, it's a business at the end of the day, and we're trying to win. That's the only thing that matters. Yeah, no, it was just brutal. And like,
and look at that. He was able to back up his words, take first place on the day. Love to see it, which puts them at 4th place in the overall standings, which is huge for them. Falcons first by 3 points ahead of SSG, that's in 2nd place. Furia 3rd place, TSM 4th. LG 5th, NRG 6th, Tripods 11th, Complexity 12th, Weave 13th, Board 14th, CCE 15th, Vanity 16th, Oblivion 17th, C9 18th, EEC 19th, NGNL 20th, 25th Not Moist, 26th Stallions, 27th Edgers, 28th Temper, and 29th DSG, 30th Elevates. Yikes. And I mean, not gonna lie, looking at the top 10, I'm not even surprised. Those are all teams that we expected to do well. So is Verhulst better off without Hal? Kind of looks like it, yes. We know TSM can do well when it's Group B versus C, after we saw it this weekend. But can they do well against Group A when Hal's in the lobby? We'll have to wait and see until next Saturday when they face off each other at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Group A versus C on Sunday, same time. So that's about it for today's episode of the Apex Morning Shift, your number 1 Apex Morning Show on the planet. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you turn the notifications on. New episode every Tuesday. I'll see you guys next week. Like and subscribe. Peace. Did I say like and subscribe? I think I did, right? Like and subscribe. Did I? No, I don't think I did. Wait, I think I did.